Some camps are hidden. They can be right in your midst and you would not know it except for the occasional movement of their occupants in and out of the underbrush. Many of the occupants move from state to state as their environmental conditions change.
And I worked for Primavera for a while. Went through their program and stuff. And then I got a wild hair up my butt, had a little money, so I jumped on a bus and went to Nashville. Didn't like that, so I come back to Tucson. Jumped on a bus and went to Sturgis, South Dakota, and went to work there in April. You know, I'm just a person that'll go find work. Well, I didn't care for that because it was too damn cold in South Dakota, buddy. I woke up middle of April and it's 2 feet of snow on the ground. My pillows froze to the inside of the damn tent. So I loaded up and come back to Arizona again. And then one day they said, "Where are you going now, Hawk?" I said, "I don't know. I think I'll go live up on Yellowstone National Park. I am Native American. I like living out in the woods sometimes." So I went up there for a little stroll about and ended up getting a job on a ranch and ended up staying there for quite a while. And when that horse kicked me, he decided to take off like a rocket and have a little fun with me. So, you know, Dr. Straight told me, he said, "You need to go back to where the weather's warmer for that lake." So that's what brought me back here.
Other camps are in the outback, and you have to sometimes, while traveling within the city, go into some of the more desolate parts to find them. They can be very involved affairs with certain sections set aside for specific purposes. The occupants, though they may have animals, can be very fastidious about cleanliness.
We keep our trash area clean, keep our campsite clean from debris. So it'll be a lot more respect for the city. They do stop by and they say, "Hey, well, you guys got a nice, clean campsite."
We always keep it clean.
That's important.
Plus we have our own American flag that we built. We carry a first aid kit with us for emergencies, for just in case something happens around our campsites or our other campers on our walks.
Actual regular
we have
first aid kit, and then we
everything that's here that will help to save a person's life. And we also carry cell phones with us, and I do have certified for CPR and emergency first aid certificates to help people out when they're in needs.
In the blue tent, so the bugs and stuff stay out, and the red tent was where we put, you know, our firewood, which we cook on that. But I also have like a Coleman stove, so we've got a choice of either or.
And then when the cop walked, they didn't even identify themselves, who they are.
They actually opened up, looked in our tent, knowing that we were in there, you know, people were in there. They actually opened it up. This is like walking into your home. They can't just walk into your home. You know, like, this is our home. This is where we live.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we had a spotlight on the back of the tent. And when I opened the tent just a little bit, I saw somebody walking through the campsite, and I noticed that it was Tucson police.
Yeah, they're just big.
It was Tucson police. And I told Brittany, the cops are here. So, and I sat up inside the tent, and the cop walked towards our tent. He just ripped our little green blanket open. He didn't identify if they're Tucson police, whatever. And he asked us, "Do we have any firearms or any weapons?" We said no. But I do have my taser on me in there, my pepper spray, and also have my paint gun sitting in the tent in here.
Many of the camp occupants that have dogs want to protect them from the elements, just as many mainstream people that live in houses want to. Often camp people do whatever they have to with whatever is available for them to protect their animals. This is a case in point. This camp has 3 pit bulls in residence, 2 adult dogs, and 1 puppy. Since this camp, though sheltered by a multitude of trees, is in Tucson, Arizona, and the temperature during August can hover from 90 to 110 degrees, these occupants have constructed an underground structure with miniature caves for the dogs to take advantage of the geothermal effect.
We actually have a toilet. We dug he dug a hole. It's probably about what?
About 4.5 feet.
4.5 feet deep. We took an old chair that doesn't have no seat on it, and we put an actual toilet seat on it, and that's where we go to the bathroom. We have a proper toilet. It's actually right over there.
This toilet is well away from the main living area. It is clean, private, and is open only to the desert. Though it may not fit Department of Sanitation standards, it serves its purpose well.
But hey, I love it out here. It's nice, and nobody bothers you.
You may think that the previous camp is an exception for its cleanliness and the sectioning off of specific areas for certain purposes. Here is another example of a well-ordered, clean, and pristine camp. But this one has a surprise, a canopy bed. Just as you have a neighbor whose house and yard is clean and well kept, you also have another neighbor whose property has junk cars and debris strewn out the yard. You will also find homeless people whose camps are unkempt and disorderly as this one is. Can you now say that homeless people are so different from mainstream people that you normally come in contact with? Can you now see them in a different light? Are they now worthy of your consideration?